Hello. Good morning. It's me, Mystical McKay, and today is Monday morning meditation. Woohoo! We're back at it again. I really liked last week's meditation, which is where we did an entire body scan. It took about a whole hour. I don't think this meditation is going to take that long because it's very simple. It's simple, but it's very profound, I think, in my opinion. And there's not really very much to it. I like to start every meditation pretty much the same way, generally focusing on the breath and getting yourself very, very, very present. Because if you don't do that first, then you kind of just ram into the meditation. Then you kind of have open tabs of all the other thoughts that you've been thinking previously already. And can make things a little bit loud, So, this meditation, I found this meditation online. Of course, everywhere you go, you find it online. And I just loved the way I felt afterwards. I think I only did one for like 15 minutes. It was a 15-minute mantra. This is basically, you could call this a mantra meditation. But it's just using like an actual English word. Like it's not like a crazy, foreign word that we're talking. So, what you're going to do is literally sit here. We're going to do a little bit of a relaxation period where we just focus on the breath. We're going to get really deep into the present moment. And then once we feel like we've got that figured out, then we can move into the mantra, which you can use any word. For me, I felt like the most profound joy that I've ever felt was in saying the word thank you. Repeating the word thank you over and over and over and over and over again, just as when you have certain thoughts come up, depending, even if they're negative or positive. If you can direct your attention to that thought, to that feeling, and look at it from the eyes of just kind of being like, I don't have a lot of resistance towards you right now. I see you, I acknowledge you, and I thank you. And there's a lot of magic that happens within you energetically if you really do experience that in the midst of this meditation, depending on what it is. So I encourage you to give it a try this morning. Or if you're just watching this now, you're here for a reason. So give it a try, give it a shot. All you can gain is clarity, and you have nothing to lose. Okay, I'm going to tune in on Twitch just to make sure that you guys are here with me, and then we can get started. Good morning. All right, let's get started. Very, very simple. Get yourself seated. Pay attention to the sounds around you. For a moment, I'd like you to deliberately think back onto the things you've noticed yourself giving your attention so far today. How did they make you feel? Were they lighthearted? Or were they on the negative side, pessimism, self-detrimental? How are they? How were your thoughts this morning? Just notice. And be like, yep, own it. Own it as your truth. Notice what you can see around you. Maybe not having your eyes quite closed yet. You might just want to look around at your surroundings. Jeffrey is here with us, as always. Looking around at all of your stuff. And even now, honestly, with the theme of this meditation, you could even just like look at your stuff and just kind of have a moment of just being like, man, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And it just gets you to relax. Just look at all the stuff you've accumulated over the years. All your stuff. Depending on where you may be. So we're listening, we're smelling, we're touching, feeling, using all of our 5 senses just to really come into this present moment right here, right now. The only moment that is real. And where all of your true power really resides. So embody that. Witness it. Experience it. Okay. If you feel like you're here, you can start focusing on the breath. Or you can kind of still work into becoming present. I'm going to start moving into the breath work. I'm not going to do anything really fancy. I'm just going to fill my lungs up with oxygen, I hope, to the brim, and then exhale that as much as I can. Really expanding the diaphragmatic muscle. Yeah. All right. Let us just relish in these, and right now is a very important time to notice the thoughts that are going on. Not trying to stop them, just observing them. Okay, so I'm going to start breathing for a little while, and once I'm done with that, and you feel grounded and you feel comfortable and relaxed, then we can start just saying thank you. And the goal is to not really think of things on purpose that you're grateful for, you know? It's kind of like just saying thank you, having the thank you already there. And then as thoughts do, thoughts come up. Things will bubble up on their own, naturally. Once that happens, that's when you, with all of your love, safely and beautifully look at that perception, that observation that has just come into your mind, and greet it with gratitude. It's very powerful. It's a simple but very powerful thing to do. So, take a chance. Let's start. I'm going to just begin with the inhales, all right? One big inhale. This is our first one of the morning. If you want, you can make a real big deal about it. Inhale. And exhaling. Inhaling. And exhaling. Inhale. To the brim. Exhale. Inhale. exhale. Inhale. Notice your thoughts. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Let's do 5 more of these, okay? Just really being so present with this very quiet sensation. Inhale. And exhale. Let it all out. Inhale. And exhale. Three more. Really feel it. Inhale. Exhale. Just 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. This is our last one. And exhale. Okay. So by now, if you feel still like your thoughts are making a lot of noise, perfect. Now in this moment, whatever you got going on, I would like you to, in big bold letters, either close your eyes or you can keep your eyes open, and you can visualize the words "thank you" on the screen of your mind. Kind of like if they were like, actually ask yourself what feels best. Is it better to imagine the words thank you in like big, bold, flashy, showy lights, or maybe just like on a billboard or on a fortune cookie message? I don't know. Just ask yourself what feels best. And just observe, look at the word, the actual word itself of thank you. And how do you feel about it when you look at it, when you see it in your mind's eye, the word thank you. And just kind of scan each letter, T, H, A, N K, and then there's a little bit of space. Y O U. This word was made to give people a way to express their appreciation for something or someone, a way to verbally express it, which is awesome. Super awesome, right? And we can say it whenever we want. It's completely free. So, with that being said, we could kind of just start going into it where we just start verbalizing the words thank you with nothing really in mind, just saying it out loud with no real destination as far as, a feeling or something. You just say it and notice how it shifts the body when we just take a big deep breath and we go. And just kind of sigh it out, like a sigh of relief almost, in a sense. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And you can repeat it super slowly. You maybe could do a thank you on each inhale and a thank you on each exhale. Or if you want to do it more sporadically, you can do that and thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Or you could just simply wait for a thought to come up and then say thank you to it. But honestly, I kind of like to be saying thank you before a thought even comes to the limelight. So that is our work here. Just try it. You could do it in your mind or out loud. Just say thank you. 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 And some interesting things might just start coming up. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Whatever comes into your head. So far, in my head, I've already thought about, I don't know why, but I thought about my boss that I used to work for at a salon. She just randomly popped into my head, and I never really had the most gratitude-ish thoughts on that subject. So I just looked at that and I was like, thank you. Thank you. And then I thought about Teal Swan. And of course, I was like, oh, thank you. So yeah, just notice what comes up. Notice how you play with it. Thank you. Thank you. Oh. Thank you. 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 If you're having a little bit of a hard time really tapping into that gratitude type of energy, then placing your hands on your heart makes the world of a difference. Oh my God. You would not believe. So put your palm on your heart if you feel inspired to. Something just told me to do it. And try it like that. Maybe even thanking your heart intentionally for a little while. For giving you life. Thank you. 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 Oh my gosh. Thank you. You'll notice that a lot of things will start coming up. And if they do, just play with them. The most ridiculous things can come into your mind when you're in this space, so just have fun with it. I just thought about my little doggy that would have been 2 years old on the 2nd if he hadn't crossed the rainbow bridge. Thank you! He was the best childhood doggy. Anyway, thank you. Thank you. Thanks. Thank you. 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 There really isn't anything that you can't think about and be grateful for in some way. you might have to dig down really, 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 really deep to get to the value of it, depending on what you're looking at. But in the grand scheme of things, everything really, truly is exactly as it should be. And when we express gratitude, it's like setting a fire on top of, that sounds horrible, but like a hot fudge sundae. And it fills you with this crazy, powerful, like you can just tell that it is such a powerful energy to just be emitting from inside of yourself. So have gratitude for that too. Say thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Anything can come up. And when it does, you just say thank you. 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 Now I want you to, this is a little experiment. I want you to deliberately think about something that you know usually isn't met with any ounce of gratitude. And look at it. And really, in this moment, after you've found all these other things that you can just say thank you to, maybe now, even just having a mental image, you're not really seeing this thing in front of you currently in this moment, but you can visualize it. And you can have a little mental experience looking at something in your mind, something that in the past you've had somewhat of a hard time seeing any kind of appreciation for. And just see it. Notice what comes up when you really envision that. And I want you to, if it's a person, you can walk up to them and maybe put your hand in theirs or something. Unless that just doesn't seem like something you feel capable of doing, then don't do that. Or if it's an object, or maybe it's not even like an actual thing. You're just observing a past experience or something. It could literally be anything. So just whatever came up for you is perfect. And take a look at it. Just look at it. And maybe you could silently or out loud say to this thing, to this experience, to this object, to the person, either something along the lines of, I may not be able to see in which ways you are adding value to my life. But regardless of that, I want to thank you. Or you could just simply say, I want to thank you. You could be looking at somebody. You could just be observing a certain experience from a third person perspective. Anything. And just sit there with what happens when you do that. It can be very, very emotional. And if it didn't feel good, then you can drop it and go back into just saying thank you to other things. Thank you. Thank you. Other objects, other people, other experiences. Say thank you. Thank you. And now this is another fun thing to do that I like to do, is to envision your favorite thing in the entire world. Your favorite thing, literally. It could be a person, not a thing. Or the same thing, another experience, another memory, a human being, a dog, your bed, your anything. Your toys, who cares? It could be literally anything. And I want you to vision it right in your mind's eye, looking at you looking at it, and saying, it's so natural and easy for me to see the value in you, and I want to thank you. Really, like, you should have like a huge grin if you know that you really like experiencing this, because if it's something that you have a lot of, emotional excitement about, a person, or could literally just be like your favorite object in the world, and you're just looking at it, you're just like, you have added so much value to my life, and for that I just want to thank you. And relish in that feeling, regardless of how intense it might be. My cheeks are hurting from smiling already. And just feel it. Thank you. Thank you. 2 so powerful words when you really feel the intention behind the words. Because if it's just the words, you can feel the emptiness behind it. And you're just kind of like, People really just throw those words around like they're nothing. But they're really, really, really powerful when we own and we are mindful and we use the power of them with intention. Thank you. 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 if you feel like you're getting to a point where you feel like you're not really thinking any new things to be to say thank you to, notice that. Notice how you feel. And if you feel like you've had enough of this, you're getting maybe bored, then you can click off and say thank you. But at the end of this meditation, once we get to the very, very end of it, which it should be in just a couple minutes from now, I highly suggest that you do something. And you're probably not going to do it. But if you dare, I dare you, after this meditation, to, before you do anything else, while all the things that you have just given appreciation to are fresh in your mind, I want you could write it down on a sticky note, you could write it down in your journal, you could write it down on anything. I want you to write down, as long as you can, a list of the things that came up to you during meditation that you said thank you to. Or if you feel like more things are coming up after the meditation, then you can do that too. Just a fun, quick exercise that will kind of solidify everything that just happens in this meditative experience. Yeah. I don't know. I thought it would be kind of cool. Just to really look down at all the things that came up. Alright, so at the end of this, we'll probably give this another 5 minutes. So just be here. And maybe now we can just silently, for the next 5 minutes, just repeat the words, thank you, in our minds. Complete silence just for 5 minutes, okay? Let's do it. All right. That's that. You can continue doing this if it feels fantastic to you, or if you feel like you've had your fair share, then you can get down a piece of paper and write down all the things that you found your newfound gratitude for. And as you go about your day, remember that gratitude is free, and there's nobody stopping you from expressing it, either silently to yourself, which isn't really to yourself anyway, but you could do that, or if you could have the bravery to really, sometime today, let somebody you know, or let something that you know, give them some time today to let them know exactly how much you appreciate and honor them. And just see how amazing it makes you feel, and them too. And then you guys have this beautiful love and appreciation connection together, which is so delicious. So yeah, that is the meditation technique that I thought about sharing with you this morning. It's probably one of my favorites. I have a lot of favorites though, so I love meditation. So thank you. I hope you got something out of this. Let me know if you've ever done a mantra meditation like this in the comments, maybe. What you liked about it, what you didn't like about it, suggestions. I recently had somebody ask me to turn off my ads in the middle of the meditations, because like obviously, duh, I didn't even think about that. But yeah, I had somebody come and tell me, he was like, hey, it's kind of hard to meditate when a loud ass ad about the seat geeks are like those people, like you can literally, their butt cheeks are basically talking, and it's an advertisement. Like, it's stupid and it's loud. Yeah, it's kind of hard to meditate when that stupid advertisement comes right in between it. Anyway, yeah, that's the meditation. Thank you. I hope you got something out of it. Remember that love is the answer and the greatest, the biggest conqueror of literally everything. Nothing is above love. Cool. Alright, awesome. I'm gonna let you guys go. I hope you had a wonderful meditation morning with me. I had a lot of fun, and I can't wait for next week's meditation video already. Thank you. I love you. If anybody followed or tipped or did anything, just came in and said hello, thank you. You mean the world to me. I love you. And I'll see you tomorrow for Tarot Tuesday. what is this week's tarot card? We gonna find out. Love you guys. Bye. Have a good rest of your day.